Well, after we got this flatbed out of here last night, I ended up bringing the 900 in. We've got a couple of oil leaks to get fixed up on this. Jared's gonna yank the transmission out. He's got an oil pan gasket that he wants to replace and some other oil leaks on the back of the engine that he wants to get sealed up, and he feels taking the transmission out is gonna be an easy way to get that done. What do you think is exactly leaking on it?
Oil pan,
Okay. So that's what we're doing here. And then on the other side of the shop here, we ended up getting some steel out of here last night, free up this other bay. We've got the telehandler that we're working on. We have a pin that is on the bottom side of this cylinder here. The main lift cylinder for the boom is right there. And this lower pin here has come out, and we have discovered that the bushing on the bottom of the cylinder is shot. So we need to try to get that cylinder out of there so that we can have that bushing replaced. We're gonna have to get a new pin as well. The bolt that holds that pin in is broke off in the frame, so we've got to dig that out. But the main thing is here, we need to get this secured with the gantry so that we can hold this boom up once that cylinder's out of there. That's the plan anyways. We can bring the forklift over and whatever, but we want to have a couple of chains on here so that we can hold it into place. Well, they've managed to get this cylinder unhooked. However, it is so damn heavy that we can't just lift it out of there. So what we have is a strap wrapped around the cylinder, and we're going to hook the gantry onto the strap on both sides to try to lift the cylinder up, and then we'll try to wheel the we'll put a gantry on both sides, and I'll grab it. Hold on, I'll grab it. We're just going to put the gantry on both sides and lift that up and then wheel it forward, we're hoping. The end of the cylinder is going to slide right on the frame. Yeah.
You're not going to worry about the lines underneath that cylinder though?
I think he'll be up high enough. Just he can be up high, and then we'll run the rod end right down the frame. Well, we've got this lifted up out of there. We had a heck of a time getting the end of the cylinder out of the back end there. So I think what we can do now, I think we can push this gantry. Tension on the, let me try to get this bar in there. Then this got to come off. boom with the gantry, and then we can come in with a forklift right back. Well, now we have the cylinder just laying in between the wheels here by the cab. We've got the gantry back support and the boom. Now we'll reach in with the telehandler or the forklift, grab that cylinder, put it on a pallet, get it outside, get it cleaned up. We'll show you what we have wrong with it once we get it off of the frame of the telehandler there. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get this cylinder washed off. We've got some hoses to replace. This is the bushing that was inside of this cylinder here. And I don't know if we have to take this and have it machined or not. I think we can maybe just put a new bushing right back in there. But it's probably going to be a situation where we're going to be waiting a while for parts here. So we'll get this cleaned up. Looks like we got a grease line that is broken. We'll have to get that going and get some parts ordered. Fun stuff. Well, we ended up getting the telehandler apart. That is now sitting outside, and this is the cylinder that we ended up taking out We ended up getting it all washed up. We actually ran around the telehandler again with a pressure washer. We've got to order some parts for it. There's this bushing here. They call it a bearing sleeve, and that goes in the end of the ram. We've got to get one of those, a new pin. We've got to get that grease line hooked back up. It's probably going to be a few days before we see any parts to that. That's why we pulled it outside. We ended up hooking a hose between the two lines that go to this cylinder so that we don't lose any oil. So that is going to do it for this video anyways. And then what we're going to work on now is we're going to get the tailgate. We're going to start putting the tailgate on this silage box here. That's what we're going to be getting into next. So we will catch you at the next video.